Jason, feeling something was wrong, rode his bike to Alex's home and found Ezra's car parked in the driveway. He later recalled the situation didn't feel right, that he could feel the tension and see their faces. But both lied and said everything was fine as Jason and Ezra left. Two police officers could be seen on dash cam and body cam talking to the pair, stating that a neighbor had called due to Jason riding his bike up and down the street and behaving odd. As the officers returned to their car, Jason can be seen talking to Alex, unaware it would be the last time he would be seen alive. 3 hours after the conversation with police, Alex Woodworth would be found dead. When questioned by police, Ezra told them she and Alex had driven to the spot and sat up front talking, telling police Alex had carved the boy into her arm, something when asked later at the trial she would talk about more in depth, saying he called her the boy, that he liked when she dressed in male clothes and liked the way she looked and behaved, that she was his boy, and that it felt possessive to her. When police questioned her, she would later admit that she had carved the word into her own arm, telling police they had ended up in the back seat of her car and Alex attacked her, cutting her clothes and trying to sexually assault her, saying she panicked and managed to yank the knife from him and just began fighting and stabbing. However, upon examining her hands, police noted only superficial cuts and not a large wound, which would have been the case if she had yanked the knife by the blade. Police knew then Ezra was a liar. Not only did the wounds on her hands not match her story, but little to no blood was found inside the back seat of the car, which told police Alex had been stabbed outside the vehicle and that once again she had been caught in a lie. Police believe she took him by surprise due to Alex's body not showing defensive wounds. That Ezra, driven by anger and desperate to have Jason back, felt Alex needed to go away. 2 weeks after Alex's body was found, Ezra Mccandless was arrested on first-degree intentional homicide. 18 months later, her trial began with her ex, Jason, taking the stand and telling the court about their relationship. When Ezra took the stand, she looked soft, timid, fragile, and seemed to beam in some sort of narcissistic manipulation tactic. During her testimony, she spoke about her and Alex's sex life, saying they had shared a vanilla sex life until she encouraged him to explore himself, telling the court about their descent into bondage and sadomasochistic sex, telling them about Alex cutting her pants with a knife and how much joy blindfolding her gave him, that she was his submissive, but no evidence showed these stories to ever be true. It was simply a lie, Ezra told the court, hoping to paint an image of Alex as dangerous and controlling, before she told the court the story of that fateful night, telling them that she was afraid he was going to take whatever he wanted and kill her, that she fought for her life but never wanted to kill him. She just simply wanted to get away. But these were more lies. During the trial, her Instagram quote was mentioned as a show of character. To the jury it read, "I am the fox, a tricky one. Nearly 2 years after the brutal murder, Ezra Mccandless was found guilty of first-degree murder, intentional homicide. On February 7th of 2020, Ezra made a statement in the courtroom before her sentencing, apologizing to Alex's family and saying, "I want to say how sorry I am that they have lost their son, but sorry doesn't cut it in my mind. I loved Alex very much, and I am also feeling a great loss, and I am so sorry something." The judge made a point of saying he did not feel was sincere. He then sentenced her to life in prison. Ezra must serve a minimum of 50 years before she is eligible for parole. She is currently serving her sentence in Wisconsin. A need to feel control in our lives can make us feel powerless, and for some, a sense of no power is worse than the deeds they are willing to commit to feel that sense of power in their lives again. Thank you all so much for listening. If you have any recommendations, please feel free to comment or contact me. I'm on all social media, and they are all linked on the page. Please feel free to leave a like and rate and review. If you enjoy the show, I'd love to hear from you guys as well as your thoughts on the case. Please be respectful to the parties involved, and until next time, take care.